Once upon a time, there was a goblin who came across an illegal dragon breeding camp ran by wizards. He visited the camp in secret to see them before finally mustering the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. He took a chance when he saw a wizard drop his wand, so he picked it up to give it back to the wizard. Unfortunately, seeing a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into a rage, and he assaulted the goblin to the point of nearly killing him. Left the goblin with a hatred for all wizards, and he swore his vengeance. Hogwarts Legacy is a game set in the magical wizarding world of Harry Potter. It takes place 1890s, a century before the aforementioned protagonist made his debut. I'm sorry, Emma Watson fans, but this does in fact mean that Hermione is not in the game. Bummer. I know. However, the herbology teacher, Professor Marable Garlick, is, in this author's opinion, very aesthetically pleasing. The game starts out like any other traditional role-playing game, in the fact that you spend the first 53 hours of the game in the character creator section deciding whether you like eyebrow style 4 or 2 better. Flipping a coin to decide whether to go with yellow or brown eyes, only to settle on purple eyes half an hour later. How many freckles is too many? And the most time-consuming task in all of gaming history? Figuring out what to name your unholy abomination. Once you get past the longest and hardest part of the game, you're greeted with the oh-so-necessary opening cutscene! Yay! Woo! Upon reading your acceptance letter informing you that you will be starting as a 5th-year student, your character, which you finally decided to call Sleazy McDrunkerson, is with Professor Eleazar Fig in a gloomy London alleyway, right next to a stagecoach as Ministry of Magic member George Orsric apparates. That is to say, he just poofs in out of nowhere for you muggles. After exchanging pleasantries, the 3 of you board said coach, and the thing drives off on its own and starts to fly. As the camera pans up, you see the backside of a mysteriously looking individual wearing a coat and a top hat, who then disapparates. Once again, for you muggles, that means she just poofs out of nowhere. Or disappears. I know there's a certain word that starts with O, which would be a perfect fit here, but you'll see why I didn't use that in a little while. Once airborne, the 3 of you discuss generic story elements to get the show started. The whole nothing like this has ever happened before in the history of ever. This is a super unique situation that is unprecedented malarkiness. As well as introducing the game's main antagonist, the goblin named Renrock. Orsric then pulls out a metal container sporting a fancy symbol that was sent to him by Fig's dead wife Miriam, as you might have guessed, just before she died. Because why not? At this point, neither or Fig can open it, but surprise, surprise, Mick Drunkerson can. Because you can see a glow that others can't. What's in this metal box? A key! At that point, the stagecoach is attacked by a dragon who munches the back half of the coach in one bite, killing your owl and Osric. In the dragon's defense, at least she had the courtesy to wait until essential plot details were explained before going on a murderous rampage. Oh, and she was also controlled by dark magic, but that's not explained till later. As Fig and McDrunkerson are falling to their doom, the key falls out of its container, and you do this epic superhero reach before Fig grabs a hold of you and accios the key. Muggles, think of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Get over here! As soon as Fig grabs the key, they both disapparate. or so it would seem. Turns out the key was enchanted to teleport anyone who touches it to a specific location. Yes, the key was also a port key. How original. Of course, neither of the two know where they are at first, so they do what any sane and rational people would do in this situation. They run all over the place. This is where you actually start controlling the player, so, they needed some way to give a tutorial without actually saying, "Hey, this is a tutorial." So what did they do? They quite literally dropped Fig and McDrunkerson smack dab in the middle of the Scottish Highlands. After running around and telling you the basics of any video game, in case you actually are 5 years old and this is your first time ever, you wind up at the ruined remains of a castle which has the same fancy symbol on one of the walls. Of course, all Fig see is the symbol, but for you, it's as if you're looking through the glass window of a department store and you see a room behind it. You touch the symbol and boom! You're instantly transported to Gringotts, the Wizarding Bank in London, England. Talk about going in circles! Turns out the port key wasn't just made to look like a key, but it was in fact the key to Vault 12, and the wall you used to get to the bank was a personal entrance for the previous owner, the wizard Percival Rickham. You are then escorted to the vault by a goblin, but not before being approached by another goblin at a security checkpoint, who then leaves upon hearing your destination. When you arrive at the vault, your escort opens it and you step inside. When you ask about the contents, your escort tells you his instructions were to let you in and then close the door, which he promptly does. Fig then teaches McDrunkerson Revelio, which is the revealing spell. Lo and behold, you reveal a door with that exact same symbol as before. With that being the only way to go, you find yourself in some unknown room where you see a glow in the floor. The floor changes and there's now a statue underneath. Another Revelio and there's now a statue on top. This is the point where Fig teaches you Lumos, the flashlight spell. You then use your wand to align the understatue with the overstatue, at which point you and Fig have to fight a bunch of statues. Fig then gets transported away, and you are now facing 3 statues you have to align. Wash, rinse, repeat, except this time you're on your lonesomeness. After all the fighting, you're transported to a room with a pensieve and a memory floating above it. Suddenly, a giant door opens. Fig reunites with you and you both watch the memory. Rickham is in that very room with another wizard, one Mr. Charles Rookwood. They are arguing over how difficult the path you just traversed is, with Rickham stating it will be impossible for anyone who can't see traces of ancient magic like he can. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binaries, all that glowing stuff is a piece of magic that only those who were born with the gift can see. Rookwood rebutes with the whole, "Oh, this is the most important knowledge in the universe" trope, to which Rickham retorts with the equally overplayed trope of, "Well, if they can actually do it, they'll be worthy enough." The memory ends, and that's when Ranrock shows up and demands you give him what you just found. Of course you refuse and a fight ensues where all seems lost until a giant guardian statue manifests itself and distracts Ranrock long enough for you to escape through a painting which transports you to none other than Hogwarts ground. And that's just all the stuff that happens before the title card appears on screen. This game is massive with side quests galore and very interesting main storyline where you quell an attempted goblin rebellion led by Ranrock. You team up with not only Professor Fig, but with other characters such as Professor Matilda Weasley, Ominous Gaunt. Yes, they named a character Ominous. Suddenly, the name Mick Drunkerson isn't so out of place. Sebastian Salo, Natsai, Natty, Onai, Poppy Sweeting, and many, many more to fight not only Ranrock and his loyalists, but also Victor Rookwood and his Ashwinders, as well as several poachers trying to enslave magical animals for their own gain in this epic tale of good versus evil. Hogwarts Legacy is a solid game, so don't be surprised if it gets nominated for the coveted Game of the Year award. While playing this game, I was so enthralled and captivated by the sheer awesomeness, I was beside myself with enthronement, completely lost in this wonderful world. Even the times I got stuck, I managed to buckle down and figure it out. The captivating landscape, the challenging puzzles, the combat system, everything about this game was executed masterfully and, dare I say, perfectly. When I played the game for the channel, I was sorted into House Slytherin. I was excited to see the house in an unbiased viewpoint as the game is set before he who shall not be named, Voldemort, sullied the house reputation. The only downside I have with this game is you have to be sorted into Team Hufflepuff in order to go to Azkaban. That's right. Each house has house-specific missions, so in order to complete every single mission in the game, you need to have at least 4 caricatures. But that just adds to the replayability of the game. No playthroughs are exactly the same, which gives you freedom to try things out. You're able to play over and over again without it feeling like it's getting stale or old. You want to give Zenobia her gobstones? You can. You want to keep them so she won't be able to stink up the entire castle? You can do that too. By making the gameplay the way Warner Brothers did, you can literally have your cake and eat it too. And the overworld is massive. Yes, the game takes place at Hogwarts, but you also get to visit Hogsmeade Village, Feldcroft, and several other hamlets in the area. The travel system is done great. You not only get to walk and run around, you can also fly on a broom, ride a hippogriff, and you can even fast travel using Floo-Flame locations all over the overworld. However you want to travel, you will not be bored when you're roaming the vast and open landscape. So that is pretty much the synopsis of Hogwarts Legacy. To go in greater details would just take way too long, so I highly recommend this game. I highly recommend you play it, and I highly recommend you watch, the channel as we play through this game. And oh my goodness, this is one awesome game. It is a contender for Game of the Year. Thank you very much. This video was brought to you by mobile app marketing, oneappdirect.com. Visit oneappdirect.com or download the app on the Google Play Store or the App Store using the link below. Thank you for supporting and watching this. Don't forget that like, don't forget that follow, and don't forget to click that little bell icon. See you in the next episode. Deuces!
Welcome back to the channel IL Twanon Gameplay. This program was brought to you by One Apps Direct. The best marketing apps for small businesses in 2023. Organic social media marketing, simply the best for less. Hi folks, it's IL-Twan on Gameplay and today episodes. Red Dead Redemption 2. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel because we are professional video game players in Phoenix, Arizona. OneAppsDirect.com. Organic social media marketing, simply the best for less. Both iPhone and Android provide solutions for people with different needs. Earn and redeem. Join in the app and grow your business today. Sign up for SMS or text and receive 20% off your next app. Please visit sms.oneappsdirect.com. Call 480-256-2943. You didn't guess today's sponsor. But you didn't ask. This video is brought to you by #OneAppsDirect. Visit oneappsdirect.com to save 20% off your first purchase of an App Plus website. OneAppsDirect.com is mobile app marketing agency. Let's make your app go viral. Organic social media marketing, simply the best for less. Both iPhone and Android provide solutions for people with different needs. Earn and redeem. Join in the app and grow your business today. Sign up for SMS or text and receive 20% off your next app. Please visit sms.oneappsdirect.com. On this video, please comments, concerns or compliments in the description on YouTube. Our mobile app 100% no risk money back guarantee. We're excited to have you experience #OneAppsDirect. Over the next 14 days, if #OneAppsDirect isn't the best fit, simply reach out. We'll happily refund 100% of your money. No questions asked. For text inquiries, contact. Text 213-293-5272. Call 480-256-2943. Contact Glenn Rollins. Sit back, relax and enjoy the gameplay. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget like, share, and comments during gameplay. Here are a few examples of commenting. 1. To share information you know about the topic. I read that. 2. To ask about a topic of conversation. Which one is your favorite? 3. To state an opinion about something I like. The graphics and visuals play a vital role in the gaming industry. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching.